FLEETA features 5 plans: Free, Starter, Standard, Pro and Enterprise. In this video, I will go through every single feature so that you can know exactly which plan to pick, whether you're an individual looking to protect your own vehicle or a business owner looking to monitor a whole fleet. First, let's head to the pricing page of the FLEETA website so that we can have a look at all the features and all the plans available. So typically the first thing you will want to know is how many cameras are supported by each plan. So with the free and starter plan, you get up to 1 camera, so it's good for some individual. With the standard plan, you get up to 10 cameras, so good for a family with multiple vehicles or a small business. And then with the Pro plan, you get up to 99 cameras you can add to your account. And with the Enterprise plan, it goes up to 999. And in fact, it's over that number, but probably if you are going to go with such high numbers of cameras, you will want to contact us for a custom quote. Next, let's look at how many users you can add with each plan. So first, with the free, starter and standard plans, you can see you can have just 1 user per account. And then with the Pro plan, we introduce admins and drivers. So you can have up to 10 administrators and up to 5 drivers per camera. So up to 10 admins total and drivers 5 per cloud cameras. And then with the Enterprise plan, we remove any limit, so unlimited admins and unlimited drivers. Now, one thing to keep in mind is your admins, depending on their profile and their level in the company, you can grant them different levels of permissions, as you can see here. So you have a wide range of permissions that can be set per admin. Now for one of the most important features, live event upload. Live event upload is that feature that automatically upload a clip whenever an event is detected. So that feature can be set to work either when you're driving or parked, or if you want, just when your vehicle is parked, if you think uploading every event that happens on the road is a bit too much. So with the free plan, you get up to 2 days of live event upload footage. With the starter plan, you get up to 7 days and 30 days with standard and Pro. And the Enterprise gives you up to 90 days. So you can go back to up to 90 days worth of footage from these live event upload videos. So live event upload, how does it work? Well, basically, when your Blackview dashcam detects an event, which can be like heartbreaking or an impact or a manual event triggered by the driver, then in that case, the event will be uploaded directly to the cloud. So of course, we will have the original copy on the micro SD card, but a lower resolution version will be uploaded in real time to the cloud server. That means even if the dashcam gets somehow disconnected for any reason, like an accident or anything, even in case of power loss, you are likely to get some data, even if you're not able to retrieve the micro SD card right away. So you will be able to consult these files directly through the FLEETA website or the FLEETA app. Just note, each live event upload file is about less than 8 megabytes in size. Now let's talk about Remote Live View. Remote Live View is this feature that allows you to access your camera's front or rear or interior cameras, a live feed from anywhere in the world with the FLEETA app or the web viewer. So that feature is available on every plan, starting from free to Enterprise, with some limitation based on the account. So you can see with the free plan, you get 30 minutes per month, 60 minutes per month with the starter plan, and then from standard, you get unlimited live view. In terms of data consumption, the remote live view feature consumes about 1 megabit per second, which is translated into 8 megabytes per minute or 450 megabytes per hour. Now let's talk about remote video playback. So the remote live view is about seeing what's going on live, and in this case with the remote video playback, it's about accessing the files that have been already recorded and stored on your dashcam's micro SD card. So as you can see with the free plan, you get to do that 30 times per month, 100 times per month with the starter plan, and from standard onwards is unlimited. So how are the views or download counted? Well, basically, if you view a video, it counts as one. If you view a video and then upload that video to the cloud, whether in low or full original resolution, that will still count as one as a total. Now let's talk about cloud storage. With the FLEETA plans, the cloud storage is allocated on a per camera basis. So you get 5 gigabytes with the free and starter plans, 10 gigabytes with the standard, and 25 with the pro, and then 50 gigabytes with the enterprise plan, always per camera. Of course, all your dash cams also record the footage locally on the micro SD card. So this cloud storage is more for saving critical videos for safekeeping, and it's also used in case of the live event upload feature, because the live event upload, when it automatically uploads to the cloud, it will use that storage. So that's it for the core features. Now let's talk about all the common features before diving deeper into the fleet related features. So when you scroll down on the list of features on the pricing page, you can see the common features here, starting with live GPS. So live GPS, that's basically the feature that allows you to check in real time where your vehicle is located on a map. So that's pretty much self-explanatory. It's available on every plan, from free to enterprise. Then you've got push notifications. So the push notifications, those are alerts that are sent directly to your phone on the FLEETA app whenever an event is detected or any event that you set in the app is triggered. Now let's talk about cloud battery pairing. So the Blackview dashcams also have as an add-on accessory the Blackview batteries. These Blackview batteries, depending on the model, they can be paired with your dashcam so that you can see from anywhere the level of the battery itself. So that's a nifty little feature that can help you make sure that your dashcams are always running, and so you can see if the battery is running flat or not, and you can see that battery status, whether it's charging or discharging, all these kind of features, as well as the temperature, internal temperature. You can check all these information remotely with this cloud battery pairing feature. Now, a word about the supported software. So you have the FLEETA app and the FLEETA web viewer. Both are supported on every plan. Now let's talk about the fleet management features. And one word first, some of these features, even if they're called fleet management features, they might be interesting to you as an individual user, for example. I'm thinking of the Geofence feature, for example, or email notifications. So just to let you know, we call them fleet management features, but they could be useful to individuals as well. With that said, let's start with the driving reports. So the driving reports, they're giving you information, global information about idling, time, speeding, or any sort of a reckless driving also detected by the camera. And then if you have this DMS camera, the driver monitoring system camera, it will also add those DMS related events to these driving reports, such as drowsiness or inattention and these kind of things. Next, let's talk about GPS tracking. So here we're talking about trip history, not the live GPS tracking, which is common to every plan, right? So in this case, GPS tracking is this feature that lets you go back to check the trips taken by your vehicles over a set period of time. So you can visualize where your vehicles have been over the last 30 days with the standard plan. So that's where it starts, with the standard plans. With the Pro plan, you can check the last 90 days of GPS tracking history. And with the Enterprise plan, you can check the last 120 days of GPS tracking history. So the last 4 months, you can go back and see exactly where all your vehicles have been. Next, video on map. So this feature is a really interesting feature because if you're looking at the GPS tracking history of a vehicle, you will see somewhere if there was a live event upload video, it will be pinned on the map so that you can click from the route view directly. You can click on the map to play that video. So it makes finding interesting events really easy. Instead of having to go through a list of video separately and then the map and trying to reconcile the data, no, you can directly play the important critical live event videos that have been uploaded to the cloud straight from the map. Next, let's talk about the voice call feature. So with the voice call feature, you can initiate a voice call through the FLEETA app or the web viewer, and your driver can answer you without taking their hands off the steering wheel. So it's like a way to safely contact your drivers remotely without having them picking the phone. Now the following set of features are available either on the Pro and or Enterprise plans. Starting with multi-live view. With the Pro plan, you can see up to 4 dash cams live feed at the same time simultaneously on the FLEETA web viewer. This is a feature that's only for the web viewer, by the way. And then with the Enterprise plan, you get up to 64 channels. And also you get dual monitor support so that you can have, for example, on the one side the map and the other side the 64 channel live view screen. So along the 64 channel live view, you get this real-time event log feature. So this real-time event log, you can see it's a log of all the events that are happening to these 64 cameras. So for example, if some camera detects an impact, first it will blink red on the screen exactly where that camera is, and we will also receive a notification in this live event log, so you can check the notification and go back to the footage of that event. Next, let's talk about bulk camera updates. So this is a feature that makes managing multiple dash cams really easy, because with this feature you can either send a firmware update or change any settings, or for example if you have a different summer and winter time, then you can apply all these at once with a few clicks without having to retrieve the micro SD card or go to each camera and connect to each of them by Wi-Fi. So with this feature, you can update your whole fleet at once. Next feature is the manual vehicle profile and tagging. So basically with this feature, what it allows you to do is add information to each dashcam that pertain to the vehicle in which that dashcam is installed. So for example, it could be the VIN number, like a license plate, make, year, or driver name, and any custom tag you can add also as you like. So you have a few preset fields for like this vehicle number, license plate number, make, and year, and so on. And you can also have the custom field where you can put any information you want. Next is the email notifications feature. So with that feature, whenever an event is triggered by your dash cams, so it can be either an impact detected by the dash cam, or it can be geofence geofence crossing. It can be also a dashcam being disconnected for some reason. All these notifications that would be sent typically through a push notification can also be sent by email to designated administrators. So everybody is on the same page. Now let's talk about geofencing, a key feature of the Pro and Enterprise plans. Geofencing lets you draw virtual boundaries around anywhere on the map, be it a job site, city boundaries, or a restricted area. And then you get instant alerts whenever your vehicles enter or exit that area. All the geofences can be set on a per camera basis. So you won't get notifications for every single vehicle, for example, that go into or out of a zone. If you want, you can just set it for a few select vehicles. So that allows you to, for example, get alerted instantly whenever your delivery van arrives at your client's warehouse, or for example, if your service vehicle is leaving the service area after hours. So all these kind of things can be handled perfectly by this geofencing feature. You can set up the geofences through the FLEETA web viewer and then receive alerts through either the viewer or by email or through the FLEETA app. Now let's talk about the features that are unique to the Enterprise plan. We already went over the real-time event log, which is that feature tied to the 64-channel live view feature, which gives you live information about anything happening to your dash cams that you are viewing on that 64-channel live view screen. But the other main feature is the AI reports. So with AI reports, what it does is give you insights into your fleet. So if your fleet is a little bit on the larger side, it might be hard for you to go through every piece of footage, every video recorded by your dash cams. It's not really feasible. So what you can do is let the AI go through the data gathered by your dash cams, such as GPS or G-sensor data. So you can let the AI make sense of this data to give you insights. How you get those insights? Well, you can chat with the AI exactly like you would do with ChatGPT or Gemini or any of these LLMs. You can ask the question directly, or you can use some of the presets, because we set up a bunch of presets so you can get started if you're not sure what to ask the AI copilot. With this feature, you will save likely a lot of time the larger your fleet gets. As an example, you could ask the AI to give you the list of the 5 drivers with the most reckless driving incidents in the past month, or pinpoint the area where there's the most heartbreaking incidents. That would be almost impossible to derive from just looking at a map or through a list of dashcam footage, right? But with the AI, you're able to make sense of that sort of data that would be really hard to access otherwise. In other words, with AI reports, instead of staring at endless data, you get instant, meaningful answers. So that's it for all the FLEETA plans features. I hope this video was useful to you. Now, if you're not sure what to do next, you can always download the FLEETA app and create your free account and get started with the free plan. And from there, you can upgrade at any point later. You can also start a free trial of the Pro plan if you want. And if you're not sure, or you don't even have a dashcam yet, because you will need a BlackView dashcam eventually to start, if you're not sure, you can always request a demo from the FLEETA.io website. And with that demo, you can see all the features and test drive the features before going ahead and purchasing your dashcam and your FLEETA plan. And remember, all our plans are by default month to month, so you can get started, and if you don't like it or if you have no use for it, you can always cancel anytime. Last, until the end of 2026, you can secure a whole year at 20% off on any of the Pro or Enterprise plans. And if you opt for the yearly subscription, that means with the Enterprise plan, you will get up to 33% off compared to paying monthly on the original price. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, make sure to post in the comments. We will put also the links in the description, and I will see you in the next video.